Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Prisoners of the Ghostland, a Nick Cage film. So excited to watch this movie. This is from director Sion Sono, who I had previously seen Love Exposure, the almost 4-hour craziness of his filmmaking talent, which I watched for the Filmstagram Movie Club when Magic of Film Instagram page was still doing that. And I was really surprised and compelled by that film, and not realizing going into this film this was the same director. That's very exciting. And then you have Nick Cage, who always gives such a performance. And this is one of those performances. Right from the start, this film opens up with a robbery at this place, and it's bright white. There's so many other just sharp colors going on, and Nick Cage comes right and goes like, ah, and like blowing a shotgun and stuff like that. And it shows him getting put in prison and being captured, and then he wakes up and you're in this crazy samurai town where they have like samurai stuff, they have cowboy stuff, mixing both of these genres, which both these genres have borrowed so much from each other. It's really interesting seeing them melded together here in this horror action thriller. And you have the samurai feel and aesthetic, you have the cowboy feel and aesthetic, you have the governor in this film played by Bill Moseley, who giving off tons of Boss Hogg vibes, and you have Nick Cage and Bernice, played by Sofia Boutella, who's the one who's been captured. The governor has Nick Cage. It's like, hey, put on this leather suit, which Nick Cage is rocking the leather suit, but it has bombs attached to where his genitals would be, and his arms, and his neck. And it's just like, you mess up, you go kablooey. And you see Nick Cage doing all of his Nick Cage stuff. He does his yelling, he does his screaming, he does his intense glaring, he does a and trying to intimidate some of the other people. But you have all this going on, and you have other great characters added along here, like Yosojiro, played by Sakaguchi, who is this great, intense warrior in the film, really gets to show off some of those moments of great samurai talent. And there's crazy action in this movie, blood and guts, and some losing of some special members of your body, how I'll put it, in this film, and how this film really mashes up all these genres and aesthetics is such a unique and crazy and wild way that this is like post-apocalyptic Mad Max, except instead of everybody being leather-clad, they all decided, am I going to be a samurai today or am I going to be a cowboy? And you have all of this going on, and there's thrilling action, crazy genre thrills, and a bit of a messy narrative. Sometimes it's hard to really follow exactly what's going on, when's this going on, and if this was a more structured and focused narrative, this film would have blown me away. But instead, it's not something that I absolutely loved, but it was something that I had a ball with. I had so much fun watching this. Like, watching this and Malignant today in the same day was something special, because there's a level of campiness and absurdity about both of these films that, like, obviously they're supposed to be scary and intense and stuff like that, but you can't help but just have fun with the craziness going on in the films, and just being lost in the worlds that are created specifically in this film is something exciting and something to really enjoy. And if you could get enough out of the world building and the action and just the crazy wildness and watching Nick Cage do his thing and Sono bringing tons of personality to this, and that narrative, those narrative issues might not overtake your enjoyment, you're going to get a lot out of this film. If you're really going in hoping for like a strong story that really is compelling and draws you in, and you're sitting there really thinking about this all the way through, and there's fluidity in how well this put together. It's a bit messy, and it doesn't always feel like it's really cohesive and coming together properly, which takes us down a notch. But you can't take away the fun that you have watching this film, because there's just absurd, off-the-wall craziness. And how they're able to meld all these genres together is something special. And I was very excited about this film, and I wanted to love it. Didn't love it, but I had a lot of fun with it. And I think that was just enough that I needed, because this film has all the Nick Caginess about it, all the yelling, all the intensity, and I loved every second he was on screen. And overall, this is a crazy fun time. So wild, wild ride. So be prepared when you're going in and expecting something to be off the wall. You're going to get that with this film. But those are my thoughts on Prisoners of the Ghostland. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.